Hello everybody, these are the news by Don Mar Superior Works. This is by Karina Rosales. Today we are going to talk about everything we have seen in historical evolution of the English language. Although it has been a hard semester, there are some interesting stuff we can talk about. So, our teacher is Elizabeth Varela. She has been a great teacher in these few semesters. The first thing that we learned was of how to do investigations. We found an amazing page. The first thing that we have to learn is of how to do investigations. There are amazing stuff and amazing magazines and real opportunities to know a lot of stuff. It is on internet. It is a page where you can find a lot of things online in the library education research. The page is www.eric.ed.gov. ERIC is an only library of education that research and information. It is sponsored by the Institute of Education Sciences IES of the U.S. Department of Education. Isn't it amazing? I bet it is. So, the teacher Varela gave our first assignment. It was an investigation. It was about an exploring into English language teaching in multilingual contexts by Meghanata Ramayanub. As always, I am too smart, so I had this amazing article about investigations all over the world. But I truly got interested in this article. This study explores English language in multilingual situations where learners speak more than two languages. It mentioned that teachers in the classes are below and adopt whatever methods and strategies they believe work in their classrooms. Teachers in the classes are below. So, the lack of pedagogical understanding on the part of teachers and knowledge of recent or emerging approaches, for example, the constructivist pedagogies as it seems. I think that it is really important to have this information because we always need to be able to know other languages and to know how we can use them. Teachers believe that group work, pair work, and letting students question during teaching supports learning. I actually think that is the best way for students to learn because they start to think in English and it makes them speak better. And I truly believe that all the information is right and that we have a lot of good stuff to investigate. But moving on, let's move on with the next page. We did one investigation, but we have to do 5 other articles. The pedagogical practice journey towards becoming an English language teacher. There was an article that I like a lot. This article is based on the idea that there is a reciprocal relationship between teaching practices and observing, analyzing, and describing why and how they happen in context. I think that all this is really right because we need to always practice and we need to always observe students to make them learn more. I love this article because it reflects the pedagogical practice. But after all of this, we did a whole work with this information in a PowerPoint work. It was a presentation of all that we have learned, of all the 6 articles that we found on the eric.com page, so it helped us a lot. It was really interesting, and there is a reciprocal relationship between teaching practices and observing. As a future teacher, I need to know that this information can work for me. So, thanks for being here. This was all the news from Schools Board. Thank